Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Risaji, and this is our Friday version of Risaji Speaks, TGIF to some, and to some Shangri-La Friday. Hope I see it training today. What's our title for Risaji Speaks? The column exercise, how to best use it for our values and goals. The column exercise, how to use it for our value and goals. I was taught the column exercise in the Lama series in 1980. Wow, 1980. And here we are. It's 2023, 43 years ago. You can't imagine how many column exercise Lamaji has done in 43 years, right? Think about that. Most of you haven't done 43 months yet. 43 years. I learned something that metaphysically from Jesus, from Master Rabbi Jesus, when I was just a wee teenager, not much older than my youngest son, Chin, who's like 13 years old. About a year or two after surgery, and about 12 to 18 months into the martial arts, I was reading the Bible, and the Bible said, knock and the door shall open to you, and ask and you shall receive. So I began doing that. And every 3 to 6 months, something I was asking for and the door that I was knocking on started showing up. And I'd already realized, oh my God, it's showing up because that's what happened. That's the way it is. Isn't that the way? Recently, for the first time in about 5 or 6 years, bought a car. It wasn't a new car. It's kind of silly to buy a new car and then you drive it off the lot and it drops 10 to 20% in value 72 hours later, right? Makes no sense. I've always liked to buy a vehicle that's just warmed up. So I bought a beautiful car that's been around for a while and just a little over 20,000 miles on it. And I was talking to a lot of people that had this model of a car, and they said over 200,000 miles, they still driving this car. So it's a warm up. It's 3 or 4 years old. So that first 25% of value has already been out. Now it's leveling out. And because it's such a nice car, it's actually, so like our home, it's an asset growing in value. Pretty powerful when you think about it. But I told my wife, Mida, who I love dearly, I told her, I said, watch what happens. She said, what do you mean? I said, we're going to buy the model of this car. And the whole next week, everywhere you look, you're going to see this car. She says, really? I said, yes. Within 48 hours, I saw over a dozen of these cars. And I don't even drive very much. 2 days of driving my son, 10, 15 minutes one way, 10 or 15 minutes back. I mean, I work 90% from my home, my beautiful home. And I came back. In 2 days, I saw over 12 cars. I remember seeing 5 or 6 within a matter of 10 or 15 minutes. It's the feng shui of things. You might want to write this down. The feng shui of things. Underneath it, write action affirmation. Underneath that, write breaking the psychic portal. Underneath that, on earth, through us as it is in heaven. On earth, through us as it is in heaven. The most important part in this age of Jesus's Lord's Prayer. It's all in alignment. So when I start a column exercise, and I'm looking at the column exercise, and I say, I want to start a career. These are the things I like, and these are the things I like to do. Second column is, these are what I'm qualified to do. About halfway down, what do other people say that Betty Sue and Billy Bob are qualified to do that maybe Betty Sue and Billy Bob don't think they are, but they think you are? Second most important qualifications. First is what you say, and second is what they say. And what's the third column? I'm drawing two lines. So now on a nice page of people, 8.5 by 11, I've got three columns. This is the column that most people in the Western Hemisphere don't want to do, especially if you were brought up with soft love pretty much all your life, and you've dealt very little with tough love. And that is, what do you not like to do? What do you not like? Now, when you do this, you have to be so honest. I think to do your first couple ones, you should be sitting down in front of a mirror. Could be the bathroom mirror, could be the vanity in your bedroom. It could be anything, but you're sitting down and you're writing your column exercise. This is what I like. This is what I like to do. This is what I'm qualified to do. This is what family and friends say I'm qualified to do. This is what I don't like to do. And what does Shakespeare say? To thy own self, you must be true. This is a moment where the truth and the light of truth meet the room. Now, as you're writing them down, you kind of think you're just writing them down. What you start to realize, the more you do the column exercise, your first action step is actually happening because you're writing it down. On earth, through you as it is in heaven. The feng shui of things. Breaking the psychic portal. Now, when you go out and actually do the action that's required there, then you really break the psychic portal. So if I say that you want to receive money, and I say that in the left drawer of your office, you put fiat currency, maybe some silver, a little bit of gold, a couple checks books, savings books, anything to do with currency of any type there. Maybe you put a little bit of money in your pocket, money in a purse or a bag you're carrying around. What are you sending out to God in the universe? A frequency of magnetic power. A frequency of magnetic power on earth through you as it is in heaven. Starts with the column exercise. And as you get better and better at it and fine tune it and dot the I and cross the T, what you want to show up in your world shows up. Shows up now in your body. Shows up in your energy body. Shows up in your bank account. Shows up to the doctor who just said, you had so-and-so, but now you don't have so-and-so, and you're doing fine. On earth, through you, as it is in his heaven. The feng shui of things. I think it's time for us to really get serious about the column exercise and mirror meditation. It's not too late to join us today for training. And in the comments section, you might ask me something about the column exercise. Barak Bashai, may the blessings be to you and to your glorious family. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget our spiritual message tomorrow on the Saturday episode of Risaji Speaks. I hope you're enjoying those on Saturday. Spend extra time with your family. Put the cell phone up, close the laptop computer. Give them some of your undivided time, even if it's 30 minutes to an hour. When the Heavenly Father's with us, it's undivided. He's focused on us. Let us repeat and duplicate same. God bless you all. Love you much. See you very soon. Don't be late next Monday for Rasaji Speaks. God bless.